where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle?
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
Responsibilities as you in the Order, and we wish for you to join forces with us. We all want what's best.
Yeah?
for the arts.
And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
We can do better. Let's do better together.
Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what?
Special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's...
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw...
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
The old corporate thinking will only leave you sinking.
Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you. See? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your a message. There's been a murder at one of our forts. Troopers accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage? Some kind of rocket attack, or maybe an orbital strike. Can't rightly say for sure, but it came from above and hit us hard. Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help? I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm sure I could rustle up some suitable reward if you helped. We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning. And the coils on our auto docks have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal.
They think you'll retreat, but that's when you press.
As many as you can. There's so much more work than I can handle. It's only by getting these 3 defunct auto docks back online that I can hope to save most of these folk. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help our advance, but they landed everywhere. Though I heard some are in the no man's land between the battle lines. Many thanks, but please hurry. These folk ain't got much time.
I've been laid straight up same as those troopers, and I don't wish that kind of suffering on anyone. Aunties will know. Let's look for those coils.
My corporate seal had been revived. Soon enough, the lift arrived. Our time.
Feels good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days in Nix's orbit, dodging Protectorate patrols. You remember that?
This is how you climb. There's no such thing as free advice, dear.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of
Error.
strawberry crunch?
Memory not found.
Ah, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us.
Your time dictating my every move. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Hey, Choppy. Hey, Pinchy. Hey, Slashy. How are my 3 favorite mantisaurs doing?
Been noticing a lot of screws going missing of late on board the ship. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No missing fastener reports have been filed with this unit.
Let me rephrase. Have you been collecting screws for some reason?
Affirmative. Multiple replacement screws have been collected in accordance with pending work order from Agent Ibarra. I must have a screw loose.
It's a figure of speech, Val.
Please observe that this outpost remained relatively undamaged despite recent hostilities. Further investigation is warranted.
Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right. But I'm not. Why would I kill the chief? There's no profit in it. I'm not up to fill his spot. And if I was, I'm plenty smart enough to make it look like an accident. My last few reviews were fair enough. We weren't fraternizing. Nobody owed anybody money. I've got absolutely no reason to make him dead. I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew. I don't have to. Cuddy told him himself. He told absolutely everybody, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
To hide them away from danger. I'm anti-Cleo.
He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
Luckily, our products, and only our products, can reliably prevent that. So
Attention. Nearby Mantisaur is deviating from typical flesh-rending behavior.
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion of how to cool your connections.
Hey, damage-prone daredevil. You're getting better. You're brutally battling antis.
Don't you mean the executive is in charge?
choice. Daredevils rejoice with Auntie's choice. Our product line is stronger than nature.
Of course, that's what I meant.
Whether one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield.
Whether I say me, he, or we, it's all the same.
It's all the same pile of gum.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor. Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk? What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned cysty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned Crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career total secret? Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible, and that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely.
If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he is disappeared.
That's only fair. I'll both free Bardot and compensate you for your effort.
We see Auntie all the livelong day cutting deals.
So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt Mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything organic. Anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence. which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while. Yes, that's exactly it. Now just head over to Cuddy's corpse and make it disappear. Well, really, make it turn into a small puddle. But that's neither here nor there. Thanklaw. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
But don't break it. Dysentery. Swings of mood. Bloody flux. Decrepitude. Night terrors. Mania. Day terrors. Melancholia.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. One more interlude, additional ailments include
Chronic itch. Inflammation. Night sweats. Flatulation. Lumbago. Mild daze. Scrum pops. General malaise. Imbalanced humors. Dyspepsia. Oh, and one more thing. Insomnia.
Damage-prone daredevil, you're getting battered and bruised.
sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You wanna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head with the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep tight with sweet dreams.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Auntie's goods or services.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand-make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter?
Fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
It's quite the brand
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us. Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage. Framing me? Who? Do you know what happened? I wish I had bits for you, but I'm still in debt from this uniform, and meals, and the incarceration fee they charged me for being locked up. But I'm telling everyone what you did.
Members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks. Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Now this is top shelf mantipillar secretion, and what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you, but what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Immunosol, the right multi-spectrum antibiotics for wildlife interactions gone wrong. I'm freezing my assets off on Cloister, a long-forsaken snowball orbiting Elysium. Everyone knows Cloister's home to the computronic powerhouse known as the Archive. But that ain't the only profit driver here. There, beyond that crevasse, a herd of ursopods. Their hides, heads, and claws are as tough as the tundra. Cautious but feisty, bearish and bullish. Best keep your distance. Ursopods get awfully scratchy up close. Although some can spit a nasty wad of mucus if provoked from afar. Uh-oh, they've taken an interest in me. Ursopods are resistant to the cold. Invest in a good plasma weapon if you attempt acquisition. Blasted fingers are about to freeze. Why didn't anyone with a staff tell me an ice one would be so cold? They're charging! Get them off me! Get okay, man. Security! Merciful law, what am I paying you for? Okay, I'm okay. Let's move on to liquidation. Probably the most valuable part of an ursopod is its teeth. Durable, all-purpose, in high demand for crafting applications. Unfortunately, not much else worth leveraging from these creatures. Sure, you can scoop up their thinking parts.
A freelancer. I didn't know we hired him.
Sell it for scrap or break it down for biomass.
Especially after
Do
that,
not
huh?
eat. That should go without saying. Not unless you want to spray the rocks with a biomass. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we exploit another habitat, preferably one more tropical, where I can stick a little umbrella in my Auntie Fizzo's Num Rum. Until then, thumbs up to your bottom line.
What say we change the subject? This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
welcomes you with arms open wide. And all you gotta do is sign the dotted line. The boy signed up, didn't hesitate. Anything to win above his papa's fate. The volunteer said, okay, we'll stop right away. The first trigger, the train that don't get in your way.
Engaging combat protocols.
Go as it to abide. The only thing that matters is the bottom line.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to saving these lives. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, Cats, let's go one more time. Oh, let's go. Swing it now. Oh, yeah.
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. And you have already made me look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. Though if you're looking for more work, I'll gladly pay you as per Auntie's rules and bylaws. Solving the rest sure would pluck some cysts off the pig that is my migraine. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
Down in the mine, some sugar little smoke. Forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's clock, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what your auto doc discounts for. Not so long ago,
I guess we got some contractors working this site now.
greenhorn dripped a valve in a chemical plant gloom. Brown sludge flooded the place. The vat manager chanced the taste. didn't survive, but now we've got instant for slow pay. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's a win. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear. Auntie asked for new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their gray. Presenting lift-off laxative, hooray! Bombs away! Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, sometimes even more. But that's what your doc discounts for. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's a win. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium from the boardroom.
And as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of your eyes.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
I shall assume the inquirer is no academic. Indeed, I theorize they're from Auntie's Choice. No doubt a cast-off from their consumeristic society, what they might call a lung leech. To this listener, I say, welcome. We vicars are always gladsome to educate the ignorant and to maximize comprehension of our new corporate friend. I shall present my answers using as few syllables as possible in the lingua franca of Auntie's Choice. Product. Electrodynamics. By momentum, by the mass attraction of neighboring berries, the desk surface beneath them, the planetary object beneath the desk. The berries' bounce followed a predetermined order, no different from the spill of stellar material known as the Milky Way in the night void. We call this order the Grand Plan. Do we know every step of it? No. But we know it is knowable. Just a matter of calculating the motion of every particle in the universe. That calculation is a universal equation. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was and will ever be. Not only will we predict reality,
Regret to inform you,
control
Zeranium
it.
Manufacturer 7
We
is
will
presently
ascend
under lockdown.
to godhood.
Stay tuned for what follows. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple-berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple-berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal
Stranger,
illnesses and
the
deaths
order bids you welcome,
until
but
basic
also
preventative
warning.
measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for Auntie's Choice. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon.
Colony world,
Don't like being so
the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colony.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with...
Every scientician yearns to visit the archives of wisdom.
One day, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and masking. Got cartoons.
So have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle?
No updates on my side of things. Anything I can do to assist you?
The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous.
Oh, of course. What would you like to discuss?
Of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed.
Apart from providing them sustenance, shelter, and scientific ministry, you mean?
Before our stellar system was sealed and...
Need I remind you, Arcadia is at war. This is what war looks like, I'm afraid. The Order is operating within a very reasonable framework to provide as much aid as it can. Alexandra Monastery is a place of sacred study, advancing our understanding of the plan. We cannot jeopardize that vital work all for the comfort of a few. I haven't the wish to debate you on this any further. Please, let us move on to less controversial topics.
by the second stage of the parasite.
Yes, what have you discovered?
Let's examine the PvP life cycle in detail.
Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
These parasites enter their second stage as spiky, worm-like creatures with outsized, pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host
The
directly,
meaning of life is
ingesting
numeric,
tissue and
and we
blood
are the
along
keepers of the
entire
equation.
intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size.
Can't say I'm fond of these long.
Wait,
Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's
berry
Choice.
plants to spread eggs in the ripening berries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants to spread farther and grow better than uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of symbiosis.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to
this
how it
parasite
was?
are benefited by the relationship as a parasitical relationship? Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite. And hardly affected by it.
Think they made the statue big enough?
But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PvP worms disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree that the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling of the worms, the berries, and most of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%, even when reluctantly given medical attention by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient, except possibly smoothing away stubborn wrinkles. According to product literature. However, given the purple berry's non-zero nutritional value, and low growing costs, impatient Auntie's Choice administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and found effective, but they were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible portion of the purple berries, so these methods were deemed non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in the labs, but in a history book. Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of two different earth fish species called salmon and tuna, was found that contained a reference to anisakid nematodes, or salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites: freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive.
Guns cocked and loaded. Get the signal.
Berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible. The microscopic felt the eyes and tongues of their consumers, so Auntie's Choice administrators were satisfied with this. Purple berries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the colony worlds. Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live parasite-free.
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old
Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense of safety. Another reason this
Attention, freelancer, you are currently heading into no man's
Advise healing yourself now.
OA archive transcription number 3918.
Entering a confrontational state.
What's that? Get your green
Potential combatants in the vicinity.
Got troublemaker.
Treatment for bodily trauma soon.
Find any good scraps today? No, no scraps.
Engaging hostile life form.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientists. Fellow esteemed members of the
And I'll take care of it, Commander.
This reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before you succumb to it, sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take heart from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh, that apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Further beneficial content soon follows. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year. a 17.9% reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before you succumb to a sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take heart from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
And now,
Caution. The neglected state of this edifice suggests its current occupants lack hospitality and also rudimentary facility maintenance skills.
cognitive function.
It means your proof is ended. Publication is recommended. Cordero demonstrandum. Hard to recall. Here's an easy acronym. QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and
You'd never have bested me without subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a
Local patterns indicated a high level of sincerity. There is an 89% probability that the imperiled person may imperil others upon release.
Until we achieve ascension. The Office of Hidden Constituents and Obviation has posted the following for venturesome pursuers of justice and fortune. A bounty for the lives of Edward and Morton Dunsany, brothers and raiders last known to be operating out of the former Protectorate compound, Guardian Estates. A bounty for the life of Jan Dunsany, notorious bushwhacker. Dangerously addled, last said to be the Scrapper's Den. Ample rewards to be collected upon completion at the bounty posting site at Matriarch's Mercy.
That is all for now. Until next time.
I am here at the behest of the exalted leader. You betrayed the glorious dawn.
Further beneficial content soon follow.
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Azza. You are? No need for such false modesty. If you hadn't come along, I may have been done for. We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with Serenium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
Arcadia's voice of reason. You are a necessary part of the plan. Therefore, you need to be part of the Order of the Ascendant. Drop by our predictory today and find out how you can take an active part in your future.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Do not worry when things become complicated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity in the face of a source of large complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need to fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. We have tools to tame high-order equations. They are useful in problematic occasions. You can take the formula's derivatives, or use square roots of numbers that are negative. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Calculating the center of gravity of a shape possessing concavity, or a shape with manifold convexity. You can manage any such complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is partially
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
The future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of the Ascendant.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
With their faces contorted into a
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him.
Or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not.
That's gotta be the N-ray range. I'm looking forward to it. Let's rock 'em!
Its emitted light shifts.
Recharge the mayhem!
Orange, then yellow. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet. There are no green. Listeners could easily conclusion for themselves. What if I'm wrong? Because any star emitting its bluish and/or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. No such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Otis Scar, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Otis Scar's chronospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions.
Never let a locked door stop us before. Let's look for another way in.
The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed in a central tabulator for computation. Subsequent spectral